before we bring up Steve, I'm going to bring up my friend Laurie. She's a massage therapist, a holistic coach. She's a manager of a hang gliding ranch. She's also a hang gliding pilot herself. When she was introduced to Isagenix, she was not the most positive person about it. I know because I was sharing it with her. But Laurie has a really neat approach because she comes from the raw foods, vegan, and that's how she was coaching her clients on getting healthy and clean and cleansing through raw foods and everything. So I am excited to hear Laurie share her story.
Hey everybody, those are my toes. Well, I figured, you get to see my face and probably not my toes. So thank you, Leah. I'm so excited, oh my goodness, because yeah, it's true. I was not excited when she first approached me, but I'll get into that. So I am a health coach, and that's probably the biggest thing that I do. Well, and that hang gliding thing, that's pretty huge too. So let's see. I am up here to tell you about how I fell in love with Isagenix and how it really is the foundation for my health coaching business. My passion before Isagenix was to tell the whole world about how you can survive on raw food and live a vegetarian lifestyle and get all the protein you need from all the stuff that comes out of the earth. And I still believe that. I totally believe that because I eat that stuff too. But so how I got into raw food, I went to the Institute for Integrated Nutrition up in New York, and that was an awesome school, totally fun, and there's probably some people in there that have been there too. And they teach you all the diets, and one day you're like, oh, I'm vegetarian, yay, and then the next day they'll tell you about how you should eat steak. I'm like, oh, maybe I should go eat steak, So I did all that, but I found a DVD that was called Raw Food for 30 Days or something like that. And they took, just in a super little nutshell, they took 6 people from around the country that were overweight, that had heart disease, that had diabetes. 4 of the people were well overweight. 2 of them, one had diabetes 1, like he was born with it, and the other kid, he was a teenager, 20-ish kind of guy, he had diabetes too. And so anyway, they went to Arizona, they did, why does everything happen in Arizona? The Tree of Life, this place, and it was medically supervised and everything. They went on raw food. Everybody lost weight. One guy dropped out. He's like, man, I can't eat this stuff. There's no way. His cousin came and picked him up, who was twice the size of him. It was like, wow, man. I couldn't believe it. It's like, that dude has got this gift, and he's like, no, I can't do it. So anyway, they all lost weight. The diabetes 1 guy even had dramatic results. And so anyway, my thought was like, I could do that for 30 days. I'm a vegetarian. Easy peasy. So I did it. I did the raw food thing for 30 days, stopped drinking wine and coffee, and totally went raw. The first few days was a nightmare because of the headaches and all that. And so I thought, oh man, this is probably the way to go. My clients will totally dig this. It'll be awesome. And then I thought, they're not probably going to want to do this for 30 days. That's going to be a stretch. Even like my best friend Laurie, she's like, yeah, no, not doing that. I go, what about 7 days? Anybody could do anything for 7 days. And she said, yeah, okay, maybe. So I put this thing together for 7 days and pitched it to my clients, and everybody did it. But the problem was I didn't have a vehicle for them to drop into after they had this lovely transformation. My idea was to, have people lose weight, get more energy, glow like crazy, and that all certainly happened. But, and then it just fell apart. And then they would go back to their old habits. They would go back to my little emails once in a while and my little raw food cleanse thing, and for their reunion, their wedding they had to go to, the hot date they were on, whatever. So that was not my plan. So anyway, I'm trudging along, doing this thing. Leah calls me. I wasn't looking for a solution. I was fine. I lost the 10 pounds. I kept it off because I kept doing that thing, that raw food thing, because I could. So Leah calls me. I hadn't talked to her in a while. We've been friends for a long time, and we've coached people. We've helped women become triathletes. It's been fun. That part has been really fun. And she's right. We'd be out there going, yeah, I'll cheer them on, and making no money. We're like, yeah, we'll do it for free. Come on. So, isn't that the truth?
Yes.
So, anyway, she calls me up and she's like, I got this thing I want to share with you. And I'm like, I don't know, dear. It's like, I knew she was on this thing. Because she, I'd come over to her house, she's like, here, try this shake. And I'd take the pack home and I wouldn't even use it because all the ingredients on there, like I know everything in the world. And like, I can't pronounce that. I'm not gonna have that. That's my thing too. I thought I was like the Earth Mama, right? If you can't pronounce it, don't eat it. If it comes in a bag, don't eat it. Eat real food. That was my thing. Come on. If it's a plant, eat it. If it's made in a plant, run for your life. I knew everything. So I said, okay, I'll come over. I hadn't chatted with her in a couple of years, and I figured, why not? So I go to her house, and she's like, oh, she's awesome. She gives me a nice big old glass of red wine. I'm like, okay, I'm not saying that's how you guys should all, but it worked. So I sat there and I listened to her, and we had a good laugh and everything. And by the end of that glass of wine, I said, okay, I'll try it. And I signed up, and I got my box, and I called her, and she told me what to do. And like, it is like freaking magic in that fifth day. It's like, wow. I mean, I still had that 10 pounds off, but all of a sudden my muscles were, showing up. It's like, okay. So, so that's how that all happened. It turned me on. It was awesome. So then I thought, okay, I wonder how this compares with my raw food cleanse. So now so I decided I'm going to take my little shopping list, because here's how it would work. I would send out my little marketing emails, and people would sign up for my cleanse, and I never said raw food because they would run. So it was my Get Glowing 7-day cleanse. And it still is. I love it. Get glowing. You glow, girl. It's all good. So here's what they would get. They'd call up, they'd sign up, it cost $97, because you want to say 90 or 95 or whatever, so they tell me in the marketing world. So they would get motivational emails every day. They'd get this shopping list, they would get recipes, they would get a plan every day, eat this and this and this and this and the other thing. They would get 2 group coaching calls with me and 1 one-on-one coaching call. And they would get the Facebook secret page so that we could all, talk about our challenges, our successes, share recipes, complain, whatever they want to do. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, right? $97 for a 7-day cleanse, and it's just 7 days. Anybody can do anything for 7 days. So quite recently, I thought, I wonder how that really compares. So I took my shopping list to Publix, because I figured, I could go to Whole Foods or whatever, but I thought I'll just go to Publix. That's mainstream. Everybody pretty much shops at Publix. So I go and I get all these veggies that I told them to go shop for, all the fruit, all the pantry items, for a week, for 7 days, for one person. $350. That is $50 a day for 1 week. So sorry, anybody who did that. But I mean, they did get results. It was fun. They got to, remember what real food tasted like. I liked all that. So, and then not only that, you got to go shop for this, go home, bring it all on the counter, and then you got to wash all the stuff and put it away. I made, if you pack all the stuff in little baggies for 7 days, and you got your green smoothie, and it only takes 2 minutes. I got a video out there that says, my little 2-minute green smoothie thing. Take the baggie and the thing and the coconut water, and you blend it up, and boom! Green smoothie. So, and then my recipes, I was like, wow, I can't believe it. Some of those recipes are hard. It's hard. Raw food is hard. But it's good. I mean, we do want to eat real food. So with that, if people would have stayed on, like I did this for like 2-3 years, and I probably spent $125 a week just to buy the stuff. And you know how you take your veggies and stuff and you put them in the fridge and like, yeah, I'm so good, I got my veggies in the fridge. 2 days later, you go get your spinach, like, ew, it's slimy and gross. So here's the difference. Here's the thing, is that with raw food, it's tedious, it's expensive. You definitely get your results that you want. And with Isagenix, it's simple and it's easy and it's less expensive. And you can actually combine the two, of course you can, right? So you can still have your spinach in the fridge and whatever. So for me, my clients have been getting way better results. I'm actually making money being a health coach now, which is awesome. And it's fun. This is so much fun, right? The energy in the room, and you guys, you don't have to be a health coach to do this. You can be anybody to do this, right? You're just sharing, and it is real food. Like, oh, it finally dawned on me, right? So I think, yeah, I totally love it. So now Steve is going to come up and talk about the products in a minute, and he'll explain all the yummy ingredients in there and the amped stuff. So thanks.